Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the mind of a man whose name is synonymous with genius, Albert Einstein. But we're not just going to celebrate his incredible achievements, we're also going to explore some of the most bizarre and intriguing conspiracy theories that surround his life, and even his death.
At Princeton University lives New Jersey's most famous foreign-born citizen, Professor Albert Einstein, who helped discover the atom bomb.
From a curious child to a Nobel Prize winner, Einstein's journey was nothing short of extraordinary. But what really happened after he passed away? Was his brain truly stolen? And if so, why? Stick around, because this is going to be a mind-bending ride. Our story begins in Ulm, Germany, 1879. Albert Einstein wasn't an instant prodigy. In fact, some reports suggest he was a slow talker as a child. But from a young age, he showed a profound curiosity. Legend has it, a simple compass given to him by his father sparked his lifelong fascination with the invisible forces of the universe. He wasn't a fan of rigid schooling, often clashing with teachers. After renouncing his German citizenship to avoid military service, he eventually landed a job in the Swiss patent office. Talk about an unlikely setting for a revolution. It was during these quiet hours, away from the academic spotlight, that his most groundbreaking ideas began to form. 1905, the Annus Mirabilis, the miracle year. In this single year, Einstein, a relatively unknown patent clerk, published for papers that would fundamentally change physics forever. He explained the photoelectric effect, paving the way for technologies like solar panels. He proved the existence of atoms and molecules with his work on Brownian motion. He introduced special relativity, shattering our perceptions of space and time. And of course, the most famous equation in the world, E=mc², revealing the immense energy locked within matter. This wasn't just science, it was poetry, written in the language of the cosmos. But he wasn't done. 10 years later, he unveiled his masterpiece, the general theory of relativity. This theory wasn't just about speed, it was about gravity itself, describing it not as a force, but as the curvature of space-time caused by mass and energy. When observations during a solar eclipse in 1919 confirmed his predictions, Einstein became an overnight global celebrity. He won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921, not for relativity, but for his explanation of the photoelectric effect, a testament to the sheer breadth of his contributions.
In 1921, he was awarded Nobel Prize, but though in need of funds, gave money to charity.
Einstein continued his work and advocacy for peace until his death on April 18, 1955, in Princeton, New Jersey, at the age of 76. His explicit wish was to be cremated and his ashes scattered secretly to prevent any form of posthumous worship. A simple, private end for a man of immense public stature. But what if I told you that his wishes weren't entirely honored? This is where our story takes a turn towards the truly bizarre. The very next day, during the autopsy, the pathologist on duty, a man named Dr. Thomas Harvey, removed Einstein's brain. This wasn't some spur-of-the-moment decision. Harvey claimed he believed that science could learn something unique from the physical structure of Einstein's brain. But was it really for science, or was it something else entirely? Harvey then carefully sectioned the brain into approximately 240 blocks, preserving them in celloidin. He even took photos. For decades, he kept these sections, moving them around in jars, a secret treasure, or perhaps, a scientific obsession. Over the years, Harvey would send small samples to various researchers, leading to several studies. These studies claimed to find unique features, a higher ratio of glial cells to neurons in certain areas, particularly in the inferior parietal lobe, which is associated with spatial and mathematical reasoning. Others found differences in the frontal lobe. Now, while the initial act of taking the brain was undeniably a breach of ethics and Einstein's wishes, it wasn't a stolen brain in the sense of being permanently hidden or sold on the black market. Harvey eventually returned the remaining portions to Princeton Hospital decades later. However, the story of Einstein's brain has fueled its own subgenre of conspiracy theories. Was Dr. Harvey acting alone, or was he part of a covert government operation to study the brain of a brilliant mind, especially given Einstein's involvement in the Manhattan Project and his complex relationship with the US government? Some speculate agencies like the CIA might have been interested in unlocking the secrets of genius. However, there's no credible evidence to support this claim. Harvey maintained it was his solo scientific quest. While the initial theft is documented, some believe the brain or its samples went on a more secretive, uncontrolled journey, perhaps even being bought and sold on an underground market for incredible sums. This theory often stems from Harvey's transient lifestyle and the decentralized distribution of samples. Again, direct evidence is scarce, but the intrigue persists. The biggest conspiracy perhaps isn't about the act of taking the brain itself, but rather the ongoing quest to decode genius. Was the hope that by studying Einstein's brain, we could somehow reverse engineer intelligence or creativity? And have we truly learned anything significant, or are the findings more correlative than causal? The idea that we could pinpoint the biological source of his brilliance continues to fascinate and, for some, fuel theories of deeper, hidden knowledge. Whether his brain was spirited away or studied, Einstein's true legacy isn't in his grey matter, but in the ripple effect of his ideas. From GPS systems to nuclear energy, from our understanding of black holes to the very fabric of reality, his theories continue to shape our world. He reminded us that the universe is far stranger and more beautiful than we can ever imagine. And perhaps, that curiosity, that willingness to question everything, is the real secret to genius. What do you think about Einstein's brain? Was Harvey a rogue scientist, or was there more to the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more historical deep dives and scientific explorations, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload.